Hey Raiders, I'm DJay Aguirre.
And I'm Kristi Taylor.
This week, a message from Father Goeke, meeting this year's Wish Kid, and a brand new episode of Hot Ones featuring Mr. Wolf.
All that and more this week on
RJTV. It's been a busy week here on campus.
Starting off this week's episode, a special message from the one and only Father Goeke.
I wanted to let the community know that I've received a new assignment and won't be coming back to Regis Jesuit next year.
How long have you been at Regis for?
This is my 6th year I'm finishing up. One of the reasons I'm moving on is because my term as superior of the Jesuit community is a 6-year term, and my superiors beyond my own province needed someone to fill a new role, and my provincial made me available as someone who could be that person, and they chose me. And so I'm going to be going to the Jesuit School of Theology in Berkeley, California, which is where folks go where Jesuits go, and other lay students as well, to get degrees in theology. But for the Jesuits, it's the last 3 years before they're ordained priests. So I'm going to be working with the members of that Jesuit community, kind of accompanying them as they finish their Jesuit formation. And I'm really sad. I'm really sad to be leaving Regis. I've loved being here. I've loved the teaching that I've done. I've loved working with freshmen like you when you were a freshman, and then getting to see you all. Excuse me, I'm choking at the kind of grow up more and more through your subsequent years. It's been a great joy for me, and I'm going to miss being here a lot. Miss being with the students. Miss the parents I've met through you all. Miss my faculty and staff that I've worked closely with. It's just an administration. It's been a great time for me. One of the things I really loved about teaching freshmen is then when I see you all later on retreats, or when I get a chance to celebrate Mass, there's a whole bunch of you that have met me in the classroom, or else met me through your friends, and that's just been a real blessing to be able to share my faith with you all in my preaching, and to be able to accompany you in things like Sacrament of Reconciliation on the retreats. And so it's just been a really, really wonderful time for me, and I'm really grateful. So any advice I would give to Regis students going forward? I don't know if I would say advice. I just would say, you talked about a favorite moment. One of my more mundane, everyday favorite moments are when students really start to recognize their own gifts and to have confidence in who they are. One of the things I would just really urge them just to say, even when you fail, we've talked about growth mindset a lot in the math department, and failure is when you're afraid to try something. Failure isn't when you don't get it the first time. We have a bunch of things in the math classroom I'm in about little tips, and it says, failure means I haven't learned it yet, or I haven't figured out this aspect of life yet. It doesn't mean failure. Failure is just a stepping stone. That's what I would say.
Thank you, Father Goeke, for everything you've done for our community. We really appreciate how you build individual relationships with every student, and that you wanted us to share your message.
Regis Jesuit will miss you next year, and the Berkeley community is super lucky to have you joining them. Father Goeke is an amazing teacher that continued to push me throughout this year. I know you will inspire every person you encounter in the future.
Hey Kristi, you like jazz?
I sure do. I listened to the jazz band perform in the GD Quad yesterday at lunch.
We are lucky to have a lot of talented musicians on campus, and students have the opportunity to see the instrumental and choir concerts on back-to-back nights in the Z Theater on the 24th and 25th respectively.
Hey DJay, did you hear that FBLA dominated at state last week?
I did! Huge congrats to Rachel Cooper, Drew Doherty, Connor Moore, and Colin Dwyer for qualifying to represent Regis at Nationals.
And another big congratulations to the other 16 Regis students who earned top 10 at state. Shout out to another branch at RJ Media, Elevate Magazine, who published their spring issue this week.
They're free and all around campus, and they're full of inspiring student journalism, photography, and design. Grab yours today.
Did you know that Earth Day is next week?
Yes, I did, and the Environmental Club is sponsoring Care for Our Common Home Week.
On Sunday, join the club at Confluence Park to help clean up the Platte River.
You can earn 2 more service hours if you still need some.
On Monday, beverages will not be served in plastic cups in either the cafeteria or the cafe.
You're encouraged to bring a reusable water bottle.
The person who submits a picture of their water bottle with the sickest stickers will win a prize. And on Wednesday, join us in the Z Theater to watch The Letter, A Message for Our Earth, featuring Pope Francis.
There are a ton of ways to get involved all throughout the week, including dress down days and other fun contests. Check your announcements in our Instagram for more information for each day.
Let's all get together and care for our common home.
It's almost Wish Week. This year, we are celebrating David, whose wish is to meet soccer legend Lionel Messi.
David and his family came to campus to meet servant leadership, score some epic goals against Josh and Johnny, and then sat down in the studio.
Juego de fútbol y comentó que le dolía su pie y lo llevé al doctor y ese mismo día, otro día me llamaron y me dijeron que tenían que hacer una biopsia y pues salió que era cáncer.
Hey Raiders, let's get together to make David's wish come true.
Starting next week, we will be selling Wish Week gear and we'll have lots of opportunities for you to get involved.
Congrats to all the athletes who signed to continue their athletic and academic careers at the collegiate level on Wednesday. We are proud of you.
And a big thank you to everyone who donated blood at yesterday's NHS blood drive. You guys are making a big difference in saving lives.
And finally, things are heating up with another episode of Hot Ones featuring Mr. Wolf.
Welcome to Holy Hot Ones. I'm Grant Pierce.
I'm Liam Giardino. We're here with our first guest, Mr. Rick Wolf. Let's get right into it.
This is the highlight of my teaching career.
Good.
This one's Jalapeppa.
Jalapeppa. Yeesh.
So we're going to show you this photo that I think we need a little more context behind it.
I don't know if I even want to
Tell us
see
about
this.
the story.
Yeah, man, one of our trips to Disney. They have that, like, the little area in California Adventure where they have, like, the miniaturized versions of everything. I think that's where it was. I don't remember, though. Where'd you get that picture?
Don't worry about it. We have our sources. All right. You said you worked at Regis for over 20 years. Can you tell us about some of the jobs you had before that and in high school?
Yeah, like my first job was at a Mexican food restaurant in the Westminster Mall. It was literally called Tacos at the Mall. And one of my friends, Dave, who worked there with me, would run the Dave Special. So you'd walk up to the counter, order whatever food you want, and just say, I'll take the Dave Special. He would charge you $1. He would take your dollar and put it in his pocket for himself, and then just give you whatever food you wanted.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a
Who
little
do
bit more
you-
of this ginger one.
Who do you recommend we have on next?
You need someone who's not used to a lot of spice. I think you need to have Mr. Lomas. Oh,
Mr. Adam
Mr. Lomas.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a great Irish accent too, so that'll be interesting to watch him try to work his way through spice.
All right. You've been called out, Mr. Ormus. You're next.
You guys make that look easy. You can catch that full 10-minute episode on our YouTube channel now.
See you next week on RJTV, where we will be filming from the JEA National High School Journalism Conference in San Francisco.
It's been real.